welcome everybody, what is going on? So we're here today with another transfer talk, and it's been a while since I actually made a video, so I've been away for a while, but I'm back now. And right when there are two interesting things happening, so I'm going to do one thing about obviously the transfer today, and then tomorrow I want to talk about something else that has to do with Bayern, but has to do with Coleman, and I think most of you guys will know what I'm going to talk about. But so let's start with the transfer talk for today. Obviously very late today, and it's that according to Sky Sports Italy, Chelsea have asked Bayern about Jerome Boateng. Now that's quite interesting. That is quite interesting because I don't know why Sky Sports Italy would have that information. You know, you'd think about Sky Sports Italy, and I think the only link you can really think of is Antonio Conte for Chelsea. So perhaps that's where they would find something out. But considering that they are the only ones reporting that right now, and obviously other newspapers are picking it up and then reporting that, re-reporting that, it's quite interesting. No, I've not seen a single German newspaper say that. Not Bild, not Sport Bild, not Sport1, not Kicker, not German Sky Sport, Italy Sky Sport, Sky Sport Italy, and they've not had a great track record recently. Di Marzio himself hasn't had a great track record recently. You know, he said a lot of things recently, but not a lot of them have actually come true. So he's a little bit iffy right now. Normally I trust him 10 out of 10 times, but right now that's not really the case. And you know, this news, to me, it just kind of came out of nowhere, and I can see why the news came out. You know, I can see why there are links right now. Because obviously Boateng, he didn't play that much last season because, well, he was injured for starters, but he didn't play that much last season, so obviously the rumours would go and go, and considering he's so good, and considering obviously that Chelsea need another centre-back, that was obviously the obvious fit. So the rumour, it's obvious where it came from. How credible is it? I don't think it's very credible at all. I think if it would have been credible, you normally wait for a day or two, but you know, before other newspapers pick it up, and then see if any other newspapers can say that according to their own sources that is also the case. That has not been the case. Obviously, the rumor has been out for like 6 hours now or so. So give it a day. I think tomorrow. And by tomorrow, you know, if there is anything more, if like Bild, for example, says it, or Sport Bild says it, then I'll make another video and say, okay, this might actually look like a credible rumor. But as of right now, I don't think it's credible at all. But still worth noting, still worth sharing, because, you know, it is quite interesting that our players right now, and that kind of corresponds with the Uli Hoeneß interview from Kicker, and I want to talk about that on Friday. Because I want to spend like a good, maybe I'll do a live stream and just talk about what Uli Hoeneß said, and just go into like what that could actually mean for the rest of the summer, essentially. But you know, it's kind of interesting to see that we haven't actually been linked with that many players right now. Like, we get linked with like a player every day or so. You know, we used to get linked with a player every day, and then we used to be linked with like Sanchez for like a good, you know, 2 months almost. But now slowly and surely we're not really getting linked with anyone, and it's just, you know, right now it just seems like random names are thrown in there every couple of days, but nothing that actually stays more than 1 or 2 days as well. So it's going to be quite interesting to see, you know, obviously if this picks up. I don't think it will. I think by tomorrow everyone will have forgotten about it already. But like I said, it's still interesting to talk about because Boateng is just such a good player, such a key player for us. And now we have 3 essential key players, you know, 3 players that have played really well, that will play really well. And 3 natural centre-backs, I should say. 3 natural centre-backs, and obviously Hummels, Boateng, and Süle. And then you obviously have the additional, I call them like the wider scope of centre-backs, such as Javi, such as Alaba, such as Kimmich, you know, players that are not natural centre-backs but can play as centre-back. I mean, Javi, I guess you could say he is a centre-back at the moment. That's the way he is. You know, he's not a midfielder anymore, really. He's a centre-back. So I guess you could put Javi into that centre-back mix. But I still just keep him on like the expanded scope. If that's for me, versatility is a problem. I think versatility is a problem. I think versatility actually is a problem. I know a lot of people will say versatility is a good thing. I think it's a problem because then the coach, they can just put you whatever they want, you know, and you ultimately don't play at your favorite position. You don't play at the position you're best at. You just play in a position where you're essentially forced to play, if that makes sense. So that is what it is, though. That's what it is. Like I said, Boateng to Chelsea. How credible do I think it is? I think probably like a 2 out of 10 in all honesty, and that's me being generous. Realistically, it's a 1 out of 10, but I'll give it a 2 out of 10 just for the sake of it, you know, just for the sake of it. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, like I said, about the Coleman story. and it probably will be a bit of a longer video, and it might be like 15-20 minutes or so. But I just want to talk about that in depth and actually give my thoughts on that in depth, because obviously it is a big thing, but I feel like newspapers haven't really picked it up. Considering how big of a story it is, I don't feel the newspapers are really giving it the credit it is due, and given the implications that it might, the implications might have on Coleman and as well on Bayern as well. So I want to talk about that in depth, and that's probably what I'll be doing tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow. As always, people, you can rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Like I said, I'm gonna probably do a live stream on Friday regarding the Ole Hoeneß interview. But until then, I'll see you guys, and have a nice day.